Welcome back to Kerbal Hard and Uncut. Last episode we got Baleen into orbit and yeah, it's backwards. This episode we're going to try and grab her and put her inside one of our craft. So we have, I've put this node up which basically all it's doing is lifting the orbit of our main craft and putting it basically so that its sending node and its periaps are basically the same spot or nearly enough. That means we can do some modification to that point. And then hopefully we can stay within the sort of the plane of Baleen, who we are now attempting to get hold of. So that's what we're trying to do. And again, the good thing is it's a high orbit, which makes it annoying for departing because it's not very efficient. But the advantage that we have there is where is it? There we are. The advantage is that there isn't any advantage. Actually, it should make this process a little bit easier, but the main advantage for this craft is it should actually retain signal for slightly longer, because, you know, we do have a habit of losing signal with this one, which could be a problem, if I'm honest. I'm hoping that it's going to be okay. I'm surprised. Maybe I suppose we've got the light on us, so we're actually going to have signal most of the time, thinking about it, which is a huge advantage. I think we're basically getting signal to and from Kerbin perfectly because of the orbit that we've pulled into. I will probably lose it at the last minute, knowing my luck, but at the moment we're doing okay, so that's not bad. All right, so yeah, we have but episodes left of this series, so that's going to be interesting. I don't really know what the next. Oh, I'm time warping and I'm not doing my burn. That's terrible. Fire the engines, thank you. There we go. That's is that close enough? We'll do a bit more. Do a little bit more. There we go. Right, perfect. Right. So yeah, the series is probably going to come to an end. I'm not sure. We might take a break even from it. Even once we've got all the flags on, I may take a break, but then come back to it. I don't know. I want to do that, and that, and then a bit of that, and a bit of that, and then 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 a bit more of this, and a bit of that. Ooh, that's horrible, isn't it? 200 meters per second is not terrible. What's ascending, descending out like? That's not bad. Wrong way. We'll do a bit more of this. Bit of, nope, wrong way. It's easier if I do it with the handles, actually, isn't it? There we go. 0.17, 0.15, 4. Do I need to pull that one in? 0.5, it's this way now, isn't it? 4, I think that's as close as we're going to get it. 0.8, no, that's not good. There we go, right. I think that's what we're going to go for. It's 203. I could get it better. We can improve on that. We've got ourselves a nice range here for interaction though, which is pretty. Yeah, so what I'm thinking is once we put the final flag down, I think that I want to take a break from the series. We will keep the world open. It's in the latest version, so that's not a major problem. But I would be remiss if I said that this is, you know, 2,400 is what we've got on the tanks. Okay. If I was like, yeah, we're risking burnout of playing this and putting it on, I would just like to play something for fun. I'm wondering whether I do something with a slightly different editing format. I have a series in the works which is got mods in it. It's a return to something we've done before. Hint, hint. But I don't know. It's going to be quite a different style of editing. They're going to be. I may actually clip what I've done. So I've done an episode already. Ooh, terrible. But it's about 30 minutes, and I don't know if that's a good idea, whether I should just cut it into 2 parts. But the way it's formatted, it sort of works at that length, so I'm not sure. We may do a short run on it, and then I'll get feedback, and we may edit it and change it. I'm not entirely sure. And then we've got the RP1 series that's ongoing, and that's getting to the point now where the moon is in sight. It is a potential thing that we could do at some point. To be fair, I think I could probably go to the moon in the series now, and I could do that. But then I also go, do I want that series to end with a moon launch? Because so many series like that end with a moon landing, and actually I'd like to go further. There's a bit of me going, can I get to Mars in that sort of thing? And it is a very basic series, but you know, I suppose people always end in sort of moon landing. But maybe we should take it to the next step. I don't know. I'm open to opinions on that as well. So yeah, there's that. There is a new RP1 or RP2 is coming out, and that's something I am looking at, and I would be very interested in doing something with. But yeah, so I'm undecided. I want feedback. I might put a poll up or something like that and see what people think. Let's have no. Are you going to come around and be closer? No, you're not. You're never going to be closer, are you? Brilliant. That's as close as you get, is it? Yeah, it is. It looks like we're in a resonance of some sort. So what I would think is, let's come out to here and do a little correction of our ascending descending node. Wrong way. And that will knock us hopefully out of resonance. Yeah, it's going to do something anyway. Right. So I'll get to that. Yeah, this has been a talky episode, not about actually what I'm doing. Yeah. So yeah, all I'm doing now is aligning our planes, and because I know that our Kerbal's low on RCS fuel, I do not want to have to try and dock with a Kerbal again. If you want to see me dock with a spinning Kerbal that's out of control, which I have done, I believe that was in, it was in Back to Basics, was it? I think it was in the first series of Back to Basics. We had a Kerbal that was it was a tourist, and I think at the time tourists didn't have the ability to, or you could control them, you could get them to eject something, or it was a pilot or somebody who were rescuing. Anyway, they didn't have an EVA pack by default. It was that version of KSP that was stuck. It might have been reusable actually. I can't remember if it was reusable space program or not. But we rescued that Kerbal because they were tumbling in space, and I managed to dock with a tumbling, randomly rolling Kerbal. That was great fun. It was great fun. I loved it. It actually went quicker than I thought. I actually stopped commentating on the video and said I'll speed this bit up and talk over the top, and I ended up having to speed it up afterwards and going, oh, actually, yeah, it actually only took me 2 minutes. So these things sometimes work themselves out a bit. Right. What are you looking like? You are, oh, that's getting potentially, ooh, that's the one. There we go. Okay. Right. Yeah, that's not bad actually. How close are you? You're 4. You're 12. Right. What can I do to make you intercept better? And let's have a look. Take this down. Bit of that. Would that help? That makes it worse. 5, 4.75, 4.3, 4.2.1, 4.2. Nope, that's not going to work. 4.1, 4.2. Why are you not better? I think we'll just do that. Okay, well, do I even need to? Like, we had it there, and now I've just... Right. Keep going. There we go. Right, how close are you? 4.3, 5.3. You know what? We'll just go to there. Let's just do that. That's just what we're going to do. We've got 5 minutes. So yeah, what would you like to see is basically the question. What have you enjoyed about this series? What haven't you? I know sometimes there's bits of silence. I have some. That wobbles quite a lot, doesn't it? I have some ideas for that. I have some ideas because it's not the way I would ideally like the series to be. I would like to do some more editing in it, but then that stops me from doing 1 episode per day. That, you know, when this started, it was very much about me just trying to get some content out that was just, you know, me being regular, and I wanted to see that, because you very rarely see people go, you know what, I'm going to show you everything. I'm going to show you the building, the planning, the thinking, the errors, the things. You've seen me launch people, more Kerbals into orbit from the ground than is really sensible. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at with this. Target, we're going to put us in retrograde, and we're going to come to here, to warp to there. And how close are we going to be? It's the question. There you are. Hello, how are you doing? We're going to get close to Berlin here, and then we're just gonna bring the craft in, nice and easy. Yeah, swing it round. I want to bring us in. Want to put us on a bit of a thrusty. How close are we gonna get? We're already past it according to this. 1 hour. We're going to be within 100 kilometers. That's the wrong thing. Where are we? 2 minutes for that distance. Right. So we'll get closer and then we'll zero it out. Right. 2 minutes 30, whatever. It's 4 minutes in the clock. We've wasted all this time just changing orbits. That's all we've done in this episode. And this is another thing. You have now seen me change orbits so many times. Is this something you want to see? Like if we were doing, for example, if we were doing reusable space program and I edited it like this, would you really sit around and watch for this long to actually see me changing orbits? And reusable had a lot of docking, an awful lot of docking and driving. There was just driving craft on the surface. And this series has very much it's very much been me thinking I can't do things the way I want to sometimes because it would take too long to do it. So this craft is a compromise. We've stolen craft from some of you, but in general, it's it's been an interesting one because it's actually forced me to play in a very sort of quick manner or more quick manner. We're on episode 200 and I don't know 260 something like that, but I say it in a quick manner. Yeah, it actually has. It's forced me to play differently. I would normally spend a lot of time considering how I build my craft and what's going to go into them. And I think there's a couple of craft where I spent some time on it, but you saw this craft being built. And this craft has done more in this series than pretty much anything else. You also saw this craft fail. You saw me forget to put parachutes on. You saw the whole thing rip. The first version of this rip itself to bits. So you've seen a lot of the negatives, and I actually think that the realism of that is probably a good thing. There's a lot of people on YouTube that show everything so perfect, nothing ever goes wrong, and yeah, seriously, you play this game, no matter how good you are, there are always going to be mistakes, and sometimes live with them. It makes a great story. I mean, we've got Berlin here is on her own and has visited so many different places on her own now. She's the survivor. Whether that continues is another story, but it's a great story as it is right now. So I'm quite happy with it. I don't know how close to get to Berlin right now, but she's getting close. She's getting very close. This is a lot closer than I thought she was going to get, actually. Note to self, that's an awful lot closer than it told me she was going to get. Thought she was only going to get within... Right, start the engines now. Now we're not nuking Berlin. Right. There we go. There we go. Right, put this on the normal. Or whatever the normal equivalent is. We've got a minute left. Let's get Berlin out. And go towards... There we go. I want to go down a bit, Berlin, please. There we go. Take me to the target. I'd really like it if you slowed down. There we go. Oh, there we go. So go up a bit, please. There we go. 40 seconds. Right, Berlin. How are we doing? We feeling good? That is the back of the capsule we are approaching. We will actually, I'll rotate the craft instead of getting you to go. In fact, how low on fuel are you? No, you're fine. So we could have easily done that, actually. That was actually an easy one. We'll come around this side. Yeah, the one thing, I mean, to be fair, we started off the series, and all of my series, I think you will learn just how bad I am at flying EVAs. I just do not. I just do not. I never have got the EVA thing going very well. Maybe that's an entire ploy, but yeah. So, as Boleyn comes in to grab hold of this, I will say to you, with one flag to go, have a great one.